Addiction. I would love to say I'm not affected by such a horrible ailment, but that would be a lie. The powerful draw towards something you know will absolutely ruin you is hard to put into words. You don't feel normal without it. It always knocks on your door at late hours, and is most powerful when you are far from the sound of voices who care for you the most. It's hellish. Gollum was a store hobbit of the river folk who lived near the Gladden Fields. In The Lord of the Rings, it is stated that he was originally known as Smeagol, and that he was corrupted by the One Ring. The creature we see in Lord of the Rings is a broken and perverted version of his former self. His physical appearance lean, living off of fish and goblin meat, whatever he could get his hands on, a lone and solitary existence within the Misty Mountains. His only care in the world was the One Ring, its hold over him ever strong, taking hold of his very existence. When I originally witnessed the creature that was Gollum, I felt a deep and gnawing feeling of sadness. How could a ring have such a dramatic and drastic negative effect on him? Could he not see it? Could he not see what he had become? The ring driving his very existence into a lonely and tortured soul. The hobbit, once called Smeagol. Just a shadow of his former self. I was fascinated. I even started to dislike Samwise. Innocent and loyal Samwise the Brave. I've always been a fan of the underdog. I like to think that no one is beyond reproach. That hope is not grazing in the sun, but hoping for a single ray of sunshine in a lightless chasm. One fateful day, Smeagol and Deagle were fishing. It was Smeagol's birthday. Deagle found a golden ring in the depths of the river. Smeagol demanded the ring, falling under its power. It was his birthday. Smeagol flew into a rage, choking Deagle to death. His transgression saw him banished by his people. Corrupted and broken, he crawled into a cave in the Misty Mountains. His life had become a long journey of eating, surviving, and the ring. The beautiful golden ring. So precious. All it needs is the ring. It wants it. One day, an adventurous hobbit stumbled on the creature known as Gollum. His name was Bilbo Baggins. A game of riddles ensued. The prize for the hobbit? Gollum would show him how to escape from the cave. Gollum would lose. What is in my pocket? A question that could have a million answers. Gollum refused to show him the way out. He would retrieve his birthday present and kill Baggins. Bilbo stumbled upon the ring's power and visibility. For a second, Bilbo thought about killing the creature, but he was overcome with pity. Bilbo fled the cave, with Gollum screaming, "Thief! Thief! Baggins! Curse it and crush it! We hates it forever!" Gollum was now left without what he coveted above everything else. Gollum lingered in the cave for fear of being caught by goblins. We would call this phase withdrawals. Gollum had survived long. Such was the power of the ring. Now, he was alone. Rock bottom. Gollum would eventually catch up to his precious in the mines of Moria, following the Fellowship. By this time, the nephew of Bilbo was the ring bearer, Frodo Baggins. Later, Samwise Gamgee and Frodo would strike out on their own, separated from the Fellowship. Gollum would follow. Eventually, Gollum would strike, subdued by Frodo, with Sting at his throat. Gollum agreed to an oath. Gollum swore by the precious itself, as the ring was treacherous and would hold Gollum to his word. So Frodo released him to show them the way to Mordor. The unlikely company, guided by Gollum, made its way to the Black Gate of Mordor. Frodo was kind to Gollum. Frodo's kindness brought out the Smeagol personality, and he made at least some effort to keep his promise. Eventually, they reached the Black Gate and found it to be well guarded. Gollum convinced them to follow another path, saying that they would be caught and Sauron would regain the ring. Gollum said he would lead them south, where he knew of another entrance into Mordor. Frodo complied. Sam was suspicious. Sam was right. Gollum was indeed far gone. If you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, you know his fate. Could he have been changed? Hundreds of years of perversion of his body and mind. Was there ever any hope? One piece of dialogue has stuck with me for years. I'm sure I've annoyed a number of people by explaining how much these few lines have meant to me.
I want to help him, Sam. Why? Because I have to believe he can come back.
Unfortunately for Smeagol, this tale has no happy ending. If you suffer from such a horrible ailment, I want you to know I have faith and hope that you can overcome. Because if I don't have faith in you, what hope is there from me? Not all who wander are lost. I wish it need not have happened in my time, said Frodo. So do I, said Gandalf. And so do all have lived to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what we do with the time that is given to us. I love you all. Good night.
Thanks for watching Goblins Unite. Please like and subscribe. I love you very much. Bye!